Well, hello everyone. My name is Crake and Bake, and I am coming to you live, well, recorded, from the Avimore SMP server. This is my first time on a server like this, which is very exciting for me. For those of you who are used to my channel, you know that I had played Minecraft about 9 years ago regularly, and then took a big hiatus and recently got back into it. And back when I used to play, I always played on single player maps, so it's very exciting for me to be able to be on a multiplayer server. Versus the Avimore SMP, this is about its third season now of being an active server. And it has been a pretty active server. It's been on for about a week. And it's a mostly vanilla server. There are a couple of mods for things that are kind of fun. There's a custom trading card game that's been started, and a couple of other just kind of design things, but mostly mods that don't really affect the general gameplay, which is nice. It's nice to kind of stick to the true heart of the game when you can. So here I am on Spawn Island. It's a pretty small little island and surrounded by vast ocean. But it brings me to our very first build of the season. So right over there is the Spawn Hotel. It is a build that I constructed on the very first day of the server. And I just thought it would be a nice little way to have a spot where people can come by if they end up back at spawn for any reason. And, you know, if they need some equipment, need a bed, they can just kind of take a load off. If it's the middle of the night and they're being chased by mobs, they can take care of that. It's got a little campfire, a barrel where people will throw odds and ends. So just kind of the very basics. And then over here we've got a spot where it looks like all the boats have been taken out, but over off that way is kind of the mainland. So every now and again we'll refill this with some boats, just again so people who end up at spawn by accident have a little bit of a way to get back to being back to the normal, since, you know, there's nothing worse than getting stranded out at spawn right after you've been in the middle of stuff and then, oh no, I'm completely out of equipment. I do hope to put an ender chest in here eventually, but that's okay. We'll get to that once we actually get far along enough in the game. Now somebody has already graciously put together, though, a portal to the nether that goes to the nether roof. So we'll just go ahead and hop on through and make our way to my starting base. And thankfully it's just a hop and a skip away following the lovely path of torches to get over there. So I did put up my build fairly close to spawn, and here we can see my lovely nether roof portal for the fast travel through. We'll just go ahead and pass on through. And here we are in my bamboo forest. Figured I'd have a nice little welcome entry archway right here, utilizing our nice new cherry blossom wood types. And we had a lot of mangrove around the start, and I thought that just really complemented well the bamboo forest. You're coming through along a path that'll eventually be here. Come along and you see the nice archway, or you come through my portal and you see the nice welcoming archway. And then right on up over here is my little starter hut. It's pretty nice, I think. A little bamboo stilt hut going on. Pretty simple, nothing too exciting at this point. And just kind of some nice space. I am planning, though, on continuing to add a couple more levels up, going up top. So that'll be kind of an expanding area, and then we'll probably end up having some things that continue on down. Heading on in, the decorations are quite lacking. Again, because I have not a lot of space, I have all my storage in here, so that'll be nice to get cleaned up as I keep expanding the area. But I started a little bit of just getting some nice little home decorations. And over here is Jack. Hi, Jack. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, this is the very start of my base on the Avimore SMP. I'll be continuing to work around here. I've got some plans for things to expand around my base just to keep getting it set up. Obviously, I need some diamond gear. And we'll want to make a shop over at the shopping district just so we can start making some sales there, get the economy rolling, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun interacting with all the people on the server. So a pretty nice find that I had, as you can see, is this cave spider spawner, which is really great because I currently don't have a great way of getting experience, and so this will make for a nice little mob farm here. So it'll be a pretty standard mob farm from what I'm sure a lot of you have seen, so I won't really keep the details going, but I'll just kind of start picking away, clearing out this cavern and getting it all ready. So I've got that all cleared out, and I'm going to keep leaving this little opening right here because we do need to come back in and clear out our torches once we're kind of done, but we are now ready for the next step. Alright, we're on the home stretch. There we go. Okay, I think that will do that. Let's just make the ceiling nice and consistent. Looking sharp, looking sharp. Scaffold on out over here. Make sure they can't sneak over to us, and pop. Alright, they're spawning. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got spiders. And look at that. The spiders are coming. Beautiful. So there we have it. Took a little bit of work, had a couple of little kinks along the way, but we have a fully functioning cave spider mob farm. So that'll be a great source of experience, and of course the string and spider eyes. So now that I've got the mob spawner grinder all set up, I figured it was time to get things going for having a proper enchanting setup since we have all this access to experience. And so I just went ahead and built a little cow farm down here. And so down here is the, well, this is the wheat farm, which is, you know, all nice and weedy. Can just kind of keep growing all the wheat I might possibly need. And then out over this way, I've got my cows. So I dug out this nice little pasture area for them, and built this nice little tent for my breeding cows. So all I have to do is feed 2 of them, and out will pop a baby. There you are, baby. And then eventually, through getting pushed or through just exploration, it'll come on over the fences but can't get back in there. And so I can just kind of keep streaming the babies out, let them grow up, keep breeding them, and go ahead and get a big batch all culled. So then with all those cows that we have all nice and cowed, we can go back up the elevator. Whee! And head on through to our nether portal. Just sneaking on this way. Oh, left that canopy. And then in this direction, you can see I was doing a little bit of experimenting, but I now have in our spider spawner this portal all set up to take us right there. Gone ahead and put a little bit more borders around, kind of filled in the space a little bit. And right here, we've got our enchanter set up. So I can just go ahead, let the spiders come in right here, and then go ahead and get things enchanted. I've got 1 enchanted book, and I've enchanted this golden sword. However, it's just about out, so I'll need to get some more gear so that I can enchant it all up, and really, we should just be in business now. Okay, I am all nice and shiny. I've been working on getting things enchanted, and I mean, it's just iron and, well, stone. But as far as our gear here, we've been using that spider spawner plenty to get lots of experience, lots of enchantments, and just kind of getting gear set up. I've also got a lot of enchanted books down there that I'll have nice and saved up for later. But I'm in iron. Even though it's enchanted, it's just iron. So, it's time to hit the mine. And we'll just keep on a-going. Right on out the back, and off to my lovely, lovely mine over this way. But of course, we gotta keep going. It's not gonna be easy getting those diamonds, so we gotta go down, down, down. Alright, we have made it. We have made it to my very, very sneaky, well, not really that sneaky, but my nice and low, deep below diamond mine. As you can see, I've gone off on a couple of tunnels. I did have a couple of diamond pickaxes that I've lost for some stupid reasons. Obviously, I needed those to make my nether portals. But the nether can be a dangerous place, and I lost my pickaxes. But thankfully, we've got all this gear, we've got some fortune on hand, and we're just going to keep mining until we can refill our diamond supply. And so, heading off this direction seems just fine to me. We shall begin to dig. And dig. And dig. And diggity dig. Dig, 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 diggity dig. Cue the montage. And just like that, we're not coated in diamonds yet, but we have a fancy diamond sword and diamond pickaxe. I've got my kraken backs and my kraken sleigh. And they don't have the best enchantments just yet, but they do both have mending. We've got fortune 3 on the axe and looting 3 on the sword, so that'll definitely be nice with getting some resources. But yeah, we are slowly getting there. Now, as much fun as it is to go mining now that I have my very fancy pickaxe, there is another way to make some diamonds that I think I would like to step into, especially since it's nice to get it going nice and early game. So here I am at our shopping district island that we kind of have set up. As you can see, there's already some lovely shops that are starting to be built, and yeah, there's going to be a little bit of need to put some time into making these look real nice. But hopefully, you can make a nice little shop that'll not only attract people in, but also kind of match the level of builds that are going on around here. Or I could just make a box and call it a day. If you got good enough stuff, that's really all you need. So I was thinking I would probably try and build my shop right around this area. It's pretty nice and centralized with the other shops that have already kind of sprung up. And it's kind of a nice open spot, which I do have some building supplies on me. I don't exactly have a concrete plan on what I'm going to have my build. I have a little bit of a vague idea, but I'm kind of going to wing it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've kind of cleared the area around here. I've kind of got a template going of whereabouts I want the interior of the store to go, and so kind of the walls and the door around it. And I think it's a pretty good placement compared to the other stores. Leaves a little bit of room from the shops that are already on that side. Leaves room for another shop or two to kind of go over there. We can maybe have a nice little central area right here. So I think that's about where we want it to be, and yeah, I guess now we just start seeing how it goes. Okay, try a little bit of stripped log for some nice corners here. And I'm kind of thinking, let's try the orange planks. I think that's kind of the look that I'm going for. Okay, I think I'm liking all that. Okay, then I think, how does this look for a clerk floor? Yeah, I think that's kind of the floor texture that we're looking for, give or take. Okay, let's try for like a lighter ceiling color then. Yeah, I think that gives some nice tones. It kind of keeps the room nice and generally bright. Just feeling kind of good. Put in some nice windows. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do to make some shelves. This is going to take a little bit of experimenting on my end. Okay. I think that's maybe about what we're looking for. Just kind of the basic idea of there's the goods on kind of some metallic shelves. Well, we'll give that a shot for now. So then, we need to make a counter. Okay, I think that maybe works. It kind of matches the tone of the shelves over there. And it is a high counter, but then it's got the back step. And I'm kind of taking inspiration from Wall Drug. So I think having that high pharmacy counter is actually maybe kind of fitting, where they stood up and peered over and, oh yes, I can help you just fine from right here. Look how tall I am. Ha ha ha. That sort of thing. Okay, so I still need to figure out what I'm going to do for some doors. I might even just try oak doors. I guess we'll see that on that. And then I do need to make a roof plate yet, which I kind of have a fun plan for that one. Alright, so you have to bear with me a little bit, but again, taking inspiration from Wall Drug, the thing that's kind of funny about their store is that their billboard is like twice as big as the store overall. So I kind of did that here with using the cherry wood. I figured the unstripped logs would make for a nice border, and then I'm going to have my sign up against that background, but that'll kind of make for a nice lighter behind the sign. So we're getting pretty close, just a couple more steps. Alright, so again, looking at Wall Drug, they've kind of got this big awning that comes out too. So kind of giving it just that big awning. Now I am kind of wondering about some of these colors. I might rearrange some of it. I'm liking the way a lot of things are blending together, but there are a couple of spots, especially like the border on the sign, where I may look for something different to do that with. But overall, this is kind of what I'm working with. And we'll just go ahead and add a little decoration to this corner, just to give a little bit of something over there. And yeah, I think that'll do it. I did put a little bit more borders around the edge here, a little bit of there, just to kind of help it look a little bit more structurally sound. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the exterior and kind of the interior decorations. I do need to get some iron so I can get some lamps in here, or some other better source of light. I guess we can play around with that. Then I'll want to put up some signs once I actually figure out what my stock will be, but I think that's where we're at. I think we get to go figure out what we're going to fill up in here. So I decided to go with the mangrove doors. I figured that would be kind of the best tie-in, and I really do think that pulls in some nice colors. Just makes it feel nice and official. So yeah, I think that'll be good for the doors, which then there's just one last part to finish putting together on our lovely store here. Beautiful. I love it. All right. Well, unfortunately, now I gotta fill up these barrels. So I found a few things that I know I'm able to sell. Spider eyes and string are pretty obvious because of my spider farm. And I also have a lot of wheat seeds, so I figured why not get rid of them this way. I really was not sure on what would be good fair prices. The string and the spider eyes I get pretty readily. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. And the wheat seeds aren't like particularly useful, but they're if you need to get a wheat farm started, or if you want to get a lot of bone meal or something. So I figured I'd make those pretty cheap. We'll just kind of see how things sell, and if they are selling well, we'll stick with these prices. If they fly off the shelves, I might need to increase. And if they aren't selling at all, obviously I'll want to try and drop the price a little bit. And then we'll kind of figure out what to do for these other selling points. But we'll get to that whenever I, get enough farms or something to actually stock more than these 3 items. And so, with all of my freshly enchanted tools and my brand new shop sitting up there all ready to go and collecting some diamonds from all of our wonderful purchases that you can make, it's time to mine. Well, all in all, I would say that was all pretty successful. As you can see, I've got... Ooh, hey, that's a funny jump. As you can see, I have got not a full diamond armor set. I didn't quite get enough diamonds to make a chest plate, but I do have the majority of the outfit, and especially the server is planning to fight the end dragon soon, so once I get some elytra, I probably won't really care too much about a chest plate anyways. But I've got all my gear, my Kraken beanie, my Kraken shake pants, my Kraken quake boots, and then of course my sword, bow, and pick. So I've got some pretty good gear. I'm gonna keep working on enchanting up. As you saw, I've got quite a few books starting to go just to get those other enchants built up. And yeah, just kind of those final preparations then before we get ready to go to the end. So thanks everyone for coming along. This has been Kraken Bake on the Avimore SMP, and hope you all had a good time, and well, I'll leave you with the luxurious sound of me slaying all these cave spiders that are slowly building up. Have a good one, everyone. Yeah. Take that. Yeah.